carry by number 7. It's going to be a gain of 5 on the play. Second down. Hand off to number 3 for the Longhorns. That'll be enough to move the chains. First down. Ball is spotted on the 34-yard line. First and 10, Longhorns. Another big run for the Longhorns. That'll move the chains again. Ball is spotted on the 12-yard line. First and 10. Gain of about 2. Ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line. Second down.
Me too.
That run won't be able to move past the spot of the ball. Third down. Shifty run by number 7. There's a penalty in the backfield.
Up here, I'm up here, up here. We can see the whole thing. Talk right here. Here's a microphone.
Ball is spotted on the 15-yard line. Third and long. Miscommunication on the snap. There's an injured Longhorn on the field.
No matter the type of youth program you're trying to build, whether it be a baseball or a softball program, a youth football program, a youth basketball program, or a youth volleyball program. Each and every one of you are looking to build a successful program. Over the coming weeks, we're going to bring on youth coaches who've built successful programs. They're going to talk about how they sustain success over the times, what it took for them to get to the point that they're at, and how they continue to be on top. Tune in as we interview these coaches to help new and uprising organizations build successful youth programs, to be successful and to help today's youth.
Another strong run by number 22, Midland. That run won't move past the spot of the ball. Second down. After the penalty, Volleyball third. Third and 14. Huge run by the halfback for Midland. They're going to take a timeout.
So what are you doing through the off season and getting ready for next year to really position not only yourself but your team to reach those goals that you guys have as a leader?
We're just holding everyone accountable every single day, making sure you go to practice and just finishing every single rep and passing the line and finishing through the line every single day.
Ball was spotted on the 32-yard line. First and 10, Midland. Penalty against the offense. Offside. Ball was spotted on the 27-yard line. First and long. Carry on the outside by number 5. The run will be stopped at the 31-yard line. Second and 11. Carried by the halfback, number 22 for Midland. There are no penalties on the play. Touchdown. Midland will elect to go for 2. Penalty against the offense. Offsides. Penalty against the offense. Offsides. We'll repeat again for the 2-point conversion. Penalty against the offense. Offsides. Midland won't be able to make the 2-point conversion. Your score right now, Midland Horned Frogs 6, Upper Valley Longhorns 0. Midland will not be able to retain the ball. That'll do it for the first quarter. Your score right now, Midland Horned Frogs 6, Upper Valley Longhorns 0. Ball is placed on the 46-yard line. First and 10 for the Longhorns. Ball is moved to the 49-yard line. First and 10, Longhorns. Halfback number 3 for the Longhorns somehow finds daylight and is able to move the ball forward. Ball will be spotted on the 38-yard line. Second down. Hand off to number 3. Now move the ball back a couple yards. Back to the 46-yard line. Third down. Big run by number 3 for the Longhorns. No penalties on the play. 2 bases into the end zone for a touchdown. Longhorns prepare for the extra point. Ball carrier makes the change, but there is a penalty on the play. Holding against the offense. That extra point will be brought back. The extra point attempt is no good. Score is now tied up, 6-6. stopped by the defense, there's a penalty on the play. The illegal block is declined. Midland will take over on offense at the 50-yard line. First and 10. Handoff to number 5. It's going to result in the loss of 2 yards on the play. Second down. Confusion on the play will result in a loss of yards for Midland. Ball is spotted on the 45-yard line. Third and 15. Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. Carried by number 22 for the Horned Frogs. Going to come up short. That's a turnover on downs. Longhorns will take over on offense on the 49-yard line. Short carry by number 7 for the Longhorns. That'll move this follow the ball up to the 44-yard line. Second down. just spotted the ball. That'll be marked on the 45-yard line. Third down. Fourth down is being brought up right here on the 41-yard line. 3 yards to the first down. Carried by number 3 for the Longhorns. No flags on the play. That's a big touchdown. Longhorns are able to charge in for the extra point. Your score is now Upper Valley Longhorns 13, Midland Horned Frogs 6. Fumble on the play. Ball will be recovered by the Longhorns. pass by number 1 by the Horned Frogs is ruled incomplete. That'll bring up second and 10. Carry on the outside by number 1 for the Horned Frogs. That'll move the ball behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11. Timeout, Longhorns.
I guess I can go. So this is Coach Mosley from Washington College. I've coached at Division I. I've coached at D3, and I'll take any kind of correspondence. So
Yeah, and I would say to piggyback off of that, whatever, let's just stay encouraged. Like, be patient. Like Coach Solomon said, it's like a lot going on. And again,
it's just having another trusted person in your life, like a coach, an AAU coach, or high school coach that can come through and maybe back you up and send emails and reach out to us as well.
Thing too, I think a lot of people think that if you have a 2.2 is what you need to get into Division II, that you can automatically get in. But one thing people forget is that you have to get into the school first.
The grades are super important, and we might be able to get a player that maybe is a little less skilled, but we're going to be able to get 2 very impactful players with better grades.
But there's a lot of free money out there if you just take the time, and if you get an external scholarship, you can apply that to any of our institutions. So it's money you can take wherever.
And I don't think people understand that when coaches do decide to jump ship after 1 year, we have to answer that question.
That play will be brought back for offensive holding. We have a down Longhorn on the field.
That award, I just polished it off.
Don't say it, Dick.
Too much drink.
Don't say it.
They're taking.
Don't say it. Don't tell me.
Taking.
Don't tell me.
They're taking.
Don't tell me you're going to believe in Bill Belichick and a rookie quarterback.
Yes. Because you know
Is
why?
that what you're telling me
because
right now?
he's a defensive mastermind. He's a defensive mastermind. He is not going to let the Bills take that division 2 years in a row. No. He will retire if that happens. He will not. His defense, and you gave him a full offseason now with these guys, a full offseason. How many years has his defense had to carry Tom Brady in their heyday?
New spot of the ball will be on the 38-yard line. 3rd and long. Timeout, Longhorns.
Lamar got to work ball security because still you want to be an elite quarterback. If Patrick Mahomes got that ball like that, if Tom Brady gets that ball, Aaron Rodgers, the real Aaron Rodgers, please stand up. Look, they're not making that mistake. They're not making that mistake. So if Lamar wants to be the dude, you were an MVP. Be the dude. Come on, man. There was 3 fumbles.
Come on.
2 of which were turned over to the other team. So if you're gonna be that dude, be the dude. But so I'm not gonna let him get off the hook. But defense lost that game.
Direct snap to number 22 for the Horned Frogs. He's going to carry that himself all the way into the end zone. Touchdown. Midland gets ready for the extra point. Correction, 2 point. Pass is completed, but there is a penalty in the backfield. Midland will get set for the 2 point again. Midland is able to get in for the 2 point conversion. The score now, Midland Horned Frogs 14, Upper Valley Longhorns 13. Midland prepares to attempt to retain the ball. Penalty against the offense, offsides. City can free offense outside.
Hit him low, Pascal!
Attempt to retain ball is no good. Ball will be spotted on the 39-yard line for the Longhorns. First and 10. Strong carry by the halfback, number 3. Timeout, Midland.
We're back. Dr. Stephen DeHerben III. It's time to take it to the house.
And I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover. I've been missing you.
When he had to go home and tell Mrs. Schroeder, hey, yeah, I just told her now 84 million. But baby, when we were in OKC, we was only making 7 million. Yeah, I know, but I'm on the Lakers, and I'm getting all this endorsement look. But you ain't got no endorsements yet. Yeah, but it's coming. But guess what? We're gonna make it to the playoffs. I'm gonna ride LeBron's coattails, and I'm gonna make it. Okay, but you better make sure we make more than 84 million. He bolos. He wrecks the car, right? While he's in the playoffs, and she said, "You better make this money." So the Lakers say, "What? Nah, dude. We saw enough. Your litmus test is a hot mess."
Big run by the halfback, number 3. There's penalty in the backfield. Offensive holding. That made us follow the ball backwards. That carry by the running back, number 3, is going to result in a loss of yards. Ball will be spotted on the 40-yard line. 3rd and long. Catch to number 3 for the Longhorn. That's a big first down. Ball will be spotted on the 25-yard line. 4th and 1. cut is going to give them the first down that they need. Ball will be placed on the 22-yard line, first and 10. Penalty on the play. Ball start, offense. First and 15 for the Longhorns. Pass is incompleted. Second and 15 for the Longhorns. Run by number 7 for the Longhorns. There's a penalty in the backfield. Face mask. That will go against the offense. Shifty running on that last play will bring us to the end of the half. The score right now, Midland Horned Frogs 14, Upper Valley Longhorns 13.
episode of Taking It to the House was brought to you by EBH Fitness Studios. It's a way of life.
Dr. C. Victor Herman III, taking to the house.
And I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover, and I'm taking it to the house. Vic, first, before we get started and get knee deep, I need to make an apology to the Carr family, to Derek and David Carr. Last week, I was talking about David as though he's still playing. He is not playing. It's Derek Carr for the Las Vegas Raiders. So my apologies. Errors were made. I need to apologize to the Carr family. And for those who didn't know, David Carr used to play for the Houston Oilers or Texans back in the day, and he used to get mollywopped on a regular. And so, yes, my bad. Oops. Where do you want to start, sir? We had Monday night last night. We had some Take It to the House pick'ems last week that we need to go over. I don't know how you did, and I do know. We suck.
Right.
We suck. So I'll let you take the lead.
It's about 3 weeks during the basketball season before we gave up our prognostication skills. Look, we only have 17 games in the NFL. So the first 4 weeks, I don't know how well we did, but I don't think anybody need to be taking our picks to Vegas. However, I'm not done yet. I ain't done yet. Ain't dead, can't quit. So I got some more picks today, and we'll see how we work it. But you got to tell me, bro, how did you think about this last weekend of football? Great headlines. We talked about it going into Tampa Bay versus Patriots. We had the Ravens going at it against the undefeated Denver Broncos team. We had Seahawks. We had the NFC West battle, Seahawks and Niners, Rams versus Cardinals. I mean, what did you see this week? What did you think about some of those highlighted games?
Well, with the exception of the Patriots game, they were on the road. I thought the home team was going to win. And I didn't expect the Buccaneers to be that close. And you know what? We'd have been 0-3 except for Doink. And Bill Belichick deciding to kick a field goal instead of going for those 3 yards to get the first down and run the clock out and win. So starting with the Buccaneers and Patriots, it was rainy out. I think it affected Tom Brady's play, but it's him coming back to his roots, if you will. And I thought it was a fantastic game, standalone game. The world was watching, and it was must-see TV. So you picked earlier that the New England Patriots were going to win their division. And I can see why you said that now, because Mac Jones, he can ball. He can play well, and he has an outstanding coach. Why I say that? Because the way they manipulated the game, played the game, called the game, and actually almost won the game when everybody else, with the exception of a few Patriots fans and the players, thought the Buccaneers are just going to mollywop them, roll them over. So we got that one right, but we almost got it wrong. Going to the Rams, and then the Cardinals on the road. I thought the Rams was going to take care of business, handle their business, and do what they were supposed to do. However, no. The Cardinals says we were 3-0 for a reason. Now we're 4-0. And I was watching a little bit of that game. I didn't get a chance to watch the full game. Kyler Murray is that dude. And then they have an outstanding receiving core. And then they got your boy Edmonds running the ball. I don't see where they're really lacking in any errors or weak in any areas. So they're playing all three phases, special teams, defense, and offense, with Kyler Murray handling the business, being point guard, and really just went to the Rams, went to LA, and beat them up. Took their lunch money, shook them upside down, and took what was left. And so I think the Cardinals are saying, look at me, look at us. I picked the Rams to win that division, but not so fast, say the Cardinals. And then the other game, you got Seattle going to the Bay. I thought, and I predicted that the 49ers were going to handle their business again, do what they're supposed to do after losing previously against Green Bay. And I thought they'd be a little bit more angry. But it came down, again, to the other games that we're talking about. It comes down to quarterback play. Well, what is Jimmy Garoppolo known to do? He gets hurt. Trey Lance comes in, and he's a rookie, okay? Good or bad? No, he just doesn't have the reps. He doesn't have the experience. And so to leave the game in his heads, and then you're going against the Seahawks, where you got Russell Wilson, who seemingly made no mistakes that game. Seahawks came, they were a little bit more hungrier. They have holes, but Russell Wilson leading the point for the Seahawks made the difference. So I went with the home team, with the exception of the Buccaneers and Patriots game, and I thought the home team was going to be able to handle it. You got crowd noise, you got coaching, you got good quarterback play. With Garoppolo maybe being the exception, he's good enough, but no, so wrong. And then you got your Ravens. I thought the Ravens should have just beat that tail. That's what I think. I think they should have just whooped them, kicked that tail, and don't look back, kind of a thing. I thought the Ravens were the superior team, but they just played it close to the vest, and maybe, in my opinion, just too close to the vest. And so we didn't pick that game, but it's for the same reasons that I believe we didn't choose it, is because it wasn't a must-see game. It was just your team, and I know you're fanboy about those Ravens, but yeah. And I know on the docket you wanted to talk about those last 5 yards or 4 yards for the record. So I'll leave that to you, let you set the table. I did. Your thoughts on the review, sir?
Oh, man. Again, great games. I just do not understand how we keep missing. I thought, based off of previous play, and again, it goes back to what we talked about last week, there still was no preseason. And some of these starters did not play, so some of these teams still are trying to work out their kinks. So I think it's even better why today's episode of the show, we look at an audit of the 4 weeks, because now we're going to start getting an idea of who's for real, who's the contender, who's the pretender. But even based off of last week's play, going into that game, I felt that the Los Angeles Rams versus Arizona Cardinals was going to be the game of the week. One, because the Rams were so dominant against Tom Brady the week prior. So, and you're at home. And that would have been a statement game, 2 Clash of the Titans within that division, both undefeated. And I gave the edge to Sean McVay as a more seasoned coach, gave the edge to Matt Stafford, a more seasoned quarterback. And golly, man, Kyler Murray and that team, Arizona, came out there and they said, we were the little brother. And we may be that, but I'm going to bust you upside your head when you ain't looking. And I think they got the league on notice. They definitely have the division on notice, because guess what? They're on top of the division. But it definitely seemed like something was off for the Rams. I mean, obviously, Arizona had their number, and it wasn't even close. The score indicates a lot closer game than what it was. But what they brought to that fight was definitely a gun, and the Rams had the knife, or they had some rocks, because they didn't come ready to scrap like the Cardinals did. And so it's definitely evident, but it's not definitely doesn't give me a cause for concern for the Rams. I still think they're one of the top teams in the NFC. I still picked them to go to the NFC conference game, but I think getting punched in the mouth last week by a team in your division woke them up. Now, how does Sean McVay and his team respond to that?
Midland gets ready to receive as the Longhorns get ready to kick off. stop and they recover their own kick. Officials will spot the ball on the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Longhorns. Victory for the halfback, number 3. That's going to move the chains for the Longhorns. 1st down. Exchanging of the ball results in a loss of a yard for the offense. 2nd and 11. The defense is able to meet the ball runner at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. Hand off to the halfback, number 3. We'll be able to move the ball forward for a gain of 5. 4th down. Ball carrier number 7 for the Longhorns is able to haul that one into the 1-yard line. 1st and goal.
Let's go Longhorns! Let's go Longhorns! Let's go Longhorns! Touchdown! Call it!
Longhorns make their way into the end zone. Touchdown. Longhorns will get ready for the extra point.
Or is it from the
What's the score right now? Upper Valley Longhorns 19, Midland Horned Frogs 14. Longhorns get set to kick off.
Go, Pascal! Set that ball again.
That return for Midland will result in a loss of a few yards. Going to be spotted on the 32-yard line. First and 10.
Go to the ball, go to the ball, go to the ball!
Huge run by number 22 for the Midland Horned Frogs. He's going to carry that one himself all the way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Guess who's going to get the ball?
Midland gets ready for the two-point conversion. That pass is incomplete. They won't be able to get the 2-point. Score right now, Midland Horned Frogs 20, Upper Valley Longhorns 19.
Quincy! Let's go,
by number 22. They're going to be able to make it past the marker. Longhorns will take over on offense. First will spot the ball at the 41-yard line. Correction, 39-yard line. First and 10, Longhorns. Timeout, Longhorns.
So, what brought you into the music scene? 'Cause I hear about you all around here in El Paso.
Wow. He showed myself, like he showed me everything that I feel today is missing from everybody that wants to start. Like the first thing, you need to learn how to carry the crates. You need to learn how to lug your equipment.
So, now, when you're playing music, right, does it take you to a specific place?
Hand off to number 3 for the Longhorns. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Ball will be spotted on the 47-yard line. Second and long. Quarterback by number 7 will be brought down in the backfield, but there is a penalty on the play. A penalty will go against the offense, holding. Ball will now be spotted on the 42-yard line. Second and a mile. Ball fell just through the hands of the receiver. Incomplete pass. Third and long. Number 7 for the Longhorns will keep the ball and run it himself. He'll be able to gain an additional few yards. Fourth down and a mile. ball is fumbled by the Longhorns and recovered by Midland. Officials spot the ball at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Midland.
Let's go! Who's gonna get the ball?
Outside run by number 22 from Midland. That's going to result in a loss of 3 yards. Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16. Offsides penalty will go against the offense. Loose spot of the ball will be on the 45-yard line. 2nd and long.
Watch 22, Pascal! Make your holding! All that hold, ref!
Ball will move up a few yards. New spot will be on the 48-yard line. 3rd down. Halfback number 22 will be able to move the ball up to a yard behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be 4th and 11. Timeout, Longhorns.
To be a great athlete, it takes great skill. But that's not the only thing it takes.
There's extra pressure being a college athlete just because you're also reminded, hey, you're worth this much money. Like, we invested this much money in you. You need to perform and do everything right because you also make our income and stuff like that. Like, we make our livelihood off of you. We started doing field laps, and then I got pushed and tripped on one field lap, and we're pretty sure I hit my head. I started having seizures, and then they called 911, and it took about 15 minutes for them to get there. So in the span of when I first dropped to when they showed up, I had a total of about like 10 seizures.
Had a diagnosis or anything. It was just, we're gonna run a bunch of tests and see what happens.
The camps, for me, they went really well. I mean, it was great going out, seeing all the competition.
A
Mhm.
lot of real good players, good kids, a lot of good coaching, a lot of good things.
That carry by number 22 will be a gain of a few yards, but won't be able to get them past the chains. Turnover on downs. Longhorns will take over on offense. Ball is spotted on the 39-yard line. Crash from the 40. Carry by number 7 to the Longhorns will give him a minimal gain. Penalty on the play. Officials will move the ball back to the 30-yard line. First and long. Penalty against the offense. Ball start. Ball will be marked down on the 25-yard line. First and a mile. That run will give him a gain of about 5 yards. Second and long. Defense is able to drop their man at the line of scrimmage. Third and long. Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up fourth and a mile.
Okay, coach, watch 22.
Seven seconds left in the third quarter. There we go, number 5. That's the end of our third quarter. Our score right now, Midland Horned Frogs 20. Upper Valley Longhorns 19. At this time, folks, we'd like to give a big thank you to all of our officials working all of our games tonight, as well as the employees of the city of El Paso. Thank you so much for all of your effort. Thank you also to Ysleta Independent School District and Hanks High School. Second and 12 for the Midland Horned Frogs. They'll be spotted on the 47-yard line. Tailback number 5 will be back in the backfield. Third and 12 for Midland. Valley numbered by the ball carrier, number 2. He's going to lose a couple of yards on that play. 4th and long.
Go for the ball, Pascal! Go, go, go!
Big number 22 for the Midland Horned Frogs. He's going to find himself in the end zone again. Touchdown. Horned Frogs will line up on the 5. Get ready for 2. 3-point conversion is no good. Score right now, Midland Horned Frogs 26, Upper Valley Longhorns 19.
Let's go, Buster! Watch 22!
Midland is preparing to attempt for the retain.
Blitz, 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 blitz!
Midland is able to retain the ball. Midland is able to retain the ball. The ball goes into the end zone. It will now be spotted at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Midland is able to retain the ball. Officials spot the ball at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Horned Frogs. Number 22 is able to bully his way forward for another 1st down. Officials spot the ball on the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Midland. run up the gut for a short gain. That'll bring up second down.
Turnover right here, baby. Fumble! Let's go, first down!
Carried by number 22 on the offense. That'll give them another short gain. That'll bring up third and 3. Correction. Third and 1. Fumble on the carry. Offense is able to recover it. First down. Officials spot the ball on the 12-yard line. First down. Spotted at the 7. First and goal. Touchdown by number 22. You can't keep him out of the end zone. Midland prepares for the extra point. Extra point is no good. There's a penalty on the play.
Don't let them get these 2 points!
Illegal shift against the offense. Down moves the ball backwards. Will repeat the extra point. Pass is incomplete. They won't be able to make the extra point. Score now in the game. Midland Horned Frogs 32. Upper Valley Longhorns 19. Midland will not be able to get the retainment on the ball. Longhorns will take over on offense. Officials spot the ball on the 39-yard line. 1st and 10, Longhorns. Strong run by number 7 for the Longhorns. They'll be able to move the spot up a few yards. 2nd and 1, Longhorns. Penalty on the play. False start against the offense. Snap exchange gets muffed. Ball will stay spotted at the 35-yard line. 3rd down. Near interception by the defense. It would just end up being a blown up play. 4th down.
Call that hold, ref! Wake up, ref!
Center quarterback exchange gets messed up again on the play. That's a turnover on downs. Midland will take over on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Halfback number 22 for Midland. He'll be able to carry the ball forward 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
Shoot the gap, Pascal!
Flag on the play. False start against the offense. able to move the chains up. First down.
With all that dancing around, you don't see the holding?
Officials spot the ball on the 49-yard line. First and 10, Horned Frogs. Timeout, Midland. As we exit the 2-minute warning. Horned Frogs are lined up on the 49-yard line. First and 10. Big carry by number 22 for Midland. They'll be able to move the ball forward 9 yards. Second and 1. Timeout, Longhorns.
Louder, you Pascal!
Penalty at the beginning of the play. Offsides, offense.
Go for the ball, Pascal!
Penalty on the offense.
The time! The time!
Carry by number 10 from Midland. Correction, number 19. Penalty on the play. Penalty is declined. 3rd and 14. Carried by number 19. He won't be able to make it further than the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs. Longhorns will take over on offense. Ten seconds left in the 4th quarter. Timeout, Longhorns. Pass is broken up. That will complete our game today. Our winner, Midland Horned Frogs 32, Upper Valley Longhorn.
Well, folks, that's the final score, 32-19. Midland Horned Frogs over the Upper Valley Longhorns. Thanks for tuning in. We got one more game today. That game will start here in about 10 to 15 minutes. And we're out.